Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our family service today. It's nice to have all of you here. I'd like to introduce you to our service chairperson today. This is Paolo, Paolo the penguin. He's an Italian-Buddhist penguin. And so when he first came to the temple, he really appreciated the golden chain. So we're going to include the golden chain today in our service order. So you can see that Paolo is wearing his mask and reminding us to continue to be safe and cautious, protecting ourselves, protecting others around us. And so he's always trying to wear his mask and reminding everyone to do the same, continue to do the same. You can see that he has his onenju, so he is ready for service. For the service order today, we're going to have the reading of Paolo's favorite, Golden Chain, and then the Rai Sanmon. Then I'll take my seat up on the altar for the Sambujo and the Ni Rai. So please prepare to join me with the Ni Rai. Nembutsu and Ekoku will complete the chanting portion of the service, and then I'll come back up here for a brief Dharma message. So with that, we will begin. Please join me for the golden chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Rai Sanmon. 人参受け方し今すでに浮く仏法聞き方し今すでに聞くこの身根性に向かってとせずんばさらにいずれの章に向かってかこの身をどせん大衆もろともに指針に参謀に消えし立てまつるべし自ら仏に消えし立てまつるまさに願わくは主情とともに大道を体現して無常意を起こさん自ら法に消えし立てまつるまさに願わくは主情とともに深く共造に入りて知恵海のごとくならん自ら僧に消えし立てまつるまさに願わくば主情とともに大衆を通りして一切無下ならん無常人人未明の方は百千万号にも愛をことかたし我今見聞し従事することを得たり願わくば如来の真実義を消し立てまつらんSutra chanting Sambujo and Ni Rai. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Pujo, chorai mida son. Kanon chodai kan chuju. Shuju meo so shogon. Nobuku gedo makeoman. Koga chorai mida son. Mubi muku koshojo. Shutoku keoketsu nyokoku. Shosari yakutoku jizai. Koga chorai mida son. Jippo myomon bosashu. Muryo shoma josandan. Isho shujo gandikiju. Koga chorai mida son. Kontai hoken chishoke. Zengon shoujo meo daiza. Oiza jonyo senno. Koga chorai mida son. Jippo shorai shobushi. Kengen jinzu shiandak. Sengo son genjokugyo. Koga chorai mida son. Shou mujo mugato. Yakunyo suigatsu denyoro. Ishu seppo mumyoji. Koga chorai mida son. Ison busetsu mu akumyo. Yakumunyo ni nakudofu. Shunin shishin kyo ison. Koga chorai mida son. Ison muryo benkyo. Mushoshu akuchishi. Ojo futai shibodai. Koga chorai mida son. Gasetsu hison kudokuji. Shuzen muhen. Jokai sui. Shogyaku zengon. Shoujo namanda, 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 namanda. Good morning again, everyone. Nice to have so many at this family service. Today, I thought I'd talk about Mottainai. We hear that often and sometimes even jokingly, talking about Mottainai. Generally, it's maybe defined as being wasteful, not to waste things. And so I was looking at a book written by Reverend Fujimoto, and he was describing his thoughts on Mottainai and saying that even a single grain of rice, children in Japan are admonished when they might waste or drop a single grain of rice from mealtime. And so he was describing that this single grain of rice is a Bodhisattva. Don't waste the life of a Bodhisattva. So originally, he was describing that Mottainai meant no self-nature. So this is a Buddhist perspective, and that each thing comes into existence because of a confluence of causes and conditions merging together to allow anything to become what it is. And so of all these things, this is for this reason, this one grain of rice is a Buddha. Just recently, here we had our Zoom classes on the Tanisho, and so in one of the classes we were talking about the 5 grave offenses, and one of them is to not kill a Buddha. So even a single grain of rice, wasting a grain of rice is killing a Buddha. Single grain of rice, a reflection of truth, a manifestation of the Buddha. So with this Buddhist perspective, Mottainai, and the ideas and the thoughts and value of Mottainai come into being. And so although we say it sometimes lightly and jokingly, it has a lot of depth in the meaning of what this word can convey and how we see the world. So I have my own Mottainai story that I wanted to share with you. Both Alameda and Enmanji have had Obento fundraiser this year, and trying to stay within our limitations with the pandemic conditions, but still somehow trying to be able to rally around and support the temples. And the one in Alameda, part of the Obento was to have these little cuties, the citrus fruit, kind of like mikan, but they're sold at grocery stores and come in little sacks and cuties. So they had, maybe 4 or 5 cases of cuties, and one of them would be placed with the Obento as people picked up their bags of however many they ordered. They were put in the trunk of their car, and everyone would drive off with their Obento and cuties and other treats on that day. And so afterwards, there's, I don't know, 3 or 4 cases of cuties still left over, and we're all finished. So a couple of people say, help yourself, Sensei. And usually other people come to the temple, right? And so there are enough people to take some, have some, eat some, and distribute them, and then they would dwindle and be gone. But these days, I'm the only one here, So the Alameda Obento was at the end of September, and now it's the middle of December. So 2.5 months ago is when this happened. So I thought I would try my best to not let them go to waste. So I was eating these cuties every day. In between those 2.5 months, We had another event where the Merit College pruners came and tidied up our Japanese garden, trimming the trees and the pines and cleaning everything up nicely. And so the members here always provide them lunch, and because we had so many cuties, that was a part of the gardeners' lunches as well. Then Thanksgiving came and went, and there's still a full case of cuties in the refrigerator here at the temple. So I was trying my best to eat these cuties, not to be Mottainai. Every time I left my house, I had 2 cuties in my pocket, and I'd come to the office, I'm peeling cuties as I eat. I go off on an errand in the car, peeling cuties as I drive. So I'm eating all these. And then it became time for kaki, right? Persimmon. And so different people were saying, Sensei, I have some kaki for you. So, oh, thank you. So they bring me a bag or 2 of kaki, and I love kaki. So I'm eating. All of a sudden, besides kaki, I can't stop eating the cuties, so I'm eating kaki and cuties, okay? So I love both of them. The cuties are really good flavor, so I don't mind eating them. I don't get tired of them. The kaki are great too. So gradually, my face started turning orange. No, not really. I'm just kidding. Just this week, I finally opened the last sack of cuties. I must have eaten over 2 cases of cuties all by myself, okay? So no Mottainai here, no killing of Buddhas. So in this Mottainai reflection, this is our practice to recognize the value of every single thing. Grain of rice, a cutie, kaki, whatever we might have. Sometimes the things we do reflect the truths of the Dharma more than they reflect our own selves or our own values. If we can see the Dharma working through us in the things we do in our life, then maybe we can share the Dharma with our children, our grandchildren, our friends, and talk about the Dharma instead of taking credit or claiming qualities of our own. What do you think? It wasn't me that was practicing to be not killing a Buddha, but it was the lessons of the Dharma that become reflected that we could share this kind of story. Right? So this is my Mottainai story for today. Thank you very much for being here for this service. Now, however you have set up to do, please come up in Oshoko to conclude the service, and we'll light the incense here, but we're kind of refraining from lighting incense, so however you have pebbles or flower petals or marbles or whatever, please come up in Oshoko. So to conclude this service, join me now for Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Namanda, 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 Namanda.